This video shows the driver of this SUV in Houston going around a railroad crossing gate. Bad move. A light rail train slammed into the rig with 4 people, including 2 kids inside last week. The good news, however, is everybody is expected to be okay. Wow.
A new offensive this morning against texting and driving. The Department of Transportation is launching a haunting ad campaign next week, but you're about to see it first on CBS This Morning. Jeff Pugliese is on the road along Interstate 270 in Maryland with a look.
Good morning. It's the first national ad campaign targeting texting and driving in a very graphic way. It shows what can happen when you take your eyes off the road. According to the Department of Transportation, texting and driving is a growing threat to motorists.
How many letters?
5 letters.
This is one of the ads that is set to air next week.
Smile.
It is part of the Department of Transportation's national campaign to combat texting while driving. There is no mistaking the message this is trying to send. In 43 states, texting while driving is against the law, but that hasn't stopped people from using their phones behind the wheel in large numbers. Whether it's texting or talking, taking your eyes off the road is all distracted driving.
It's a particularly dangerous road.
In Westchester County, New York, we took a ride with a state trooper.
Yep, see right there, right hand with the phone, with the orange piece around the black phone. We're going to initiate a traffic stop here.
In this unmarked SUV, it took a matter of minutes for him to pull over several drivers.
How you doing, ma'am?
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimates that in 2012, more than 3,300 people nationwide were killed and about 420,000 injured in distracted driving-related crashes. The Secretary of Transportation, Anthony Foxx, believes the ad blitz is a way of changing a mindset. Why do you think it's important for this message to come from the federal level?
It's very important because there's so many variances at the state level in terms of having texting while driving laws. We want folks to know that if they text while they're driving, it is a safety hazard.
You're not concerned that there may be a little bit too much to show on TV?
You know, sometimes we have to be shocked into recognizing the reality, and the reality is that distracted driving is not safe.
This is the text my daughter was reading when she drove into oncoming traffic.
The new ad campaign is just one approach to tackling the problem. Last year, the 4 major mobile carriers in the U.S. worked together to create a series of public service announcements featuring stories from accident victims. But the government's $8.5 million campaign will be accompanied by penalties and fines. Over the next week, local and state law enforcement officers will accelerate efforts to track down and ticket texting drivers. How many percentage-wise do you think are teenagers?
Maybe approximately 70% of teenagers. They're young.
70%?
Now, talking on the phones, it could vary any age.
Nobody likes to be stopped by the police, but if I'd seen her texting while driving and given her a ticket, it just might have saved her life.
We've learned that the ads were tested, and they seem to have the most impact on men and women between the ages of 18 and 34, and that is the target age group the Department of Transportation is trying to reach with this message.
All right, Jeff, thank you. And it is 7:47. Time now for your local weather.